Ukraine's president says talks with Russia are becoming more realistic, but that there are still fundamental contradictions between the two sides. In the past 24 hours, Ukraine's Air Force says it's shot down 3 Russian planes, a helicopter and 3 drones. This comes as Russian forces appear to be stepping up their airstrikes on residential neighborhoods in Kiev and other cities. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky has repeatedly urged NATO countries to impose a no-fly zone over his country, but no action has been taken so far.
Russia's assault on Ukraine is in its 21st day, and a 35-hour curfew is in place across the capital as airstrikes in civilian areas take place with increasing frequency.
Russian troops attacked Kiev and its residents. 4 houses are destroyed. Debris is still being removed, but we know about 5 people are dead.
The city is surrounded to the north and the east. This 16-story residential building in the Shevchenko district was targeted overnight. The force of the strike swept through the neighborhood. This woman says they're lucky to have sheltered in a bunker. If we slept here, we wouldn't be alive, she says. Nearly half of Kiev's 3.5 million residents have fled. Ukraine's second-largest city of Kharkiv also came under attack overnight. In southern Ukraine, about 20,000 residents were safely evacuated from Mariupol on Tuesday. The president's office says there's a critical lack of food, water, and medicine in the besieged port city. But there seems to be some progress in peace talks between the two sides.
It is important. It is difficult, but important, because any war ends in an agreement. Meetings continue. As I am told, the positions in the negotiations sound more realistic. However, there still needs to be more time for decisions to be made in Ukraine's interests.
President Zelensky has repeatedly urged NATO to establish a no-fly zone over Ukrainian airspace. So far, the alliance has refused, saying it may trigger a larger conflict with Russia.
Russia has turned the Ukrainian sky into a source of death for thousands of people. Russian troops have already fired nearly 1,000 missiles at Ukraine, countless bombs. They used drones to kill us with precision. This is a terror that Europe has not seen for 80 years. And we are asking for a reply, for an answer to this terror from the whole world. Is this a lot to ask for? To create a no-fly zone over Ukraine to save people? Is this too much to ask? A humanitarian no-fly zone, something that Russia would not be able to terrorize our 3 cities. Is this too much to ask? We offer an alternative. You know what kind of defense systems we need? S-300 and other similar systems. You know how much depends on the battlefield, on the ability to use aircrafts, powerful, strong air aviation to protect our people, our freedom, our land.
Sending Russia a message. NATO holds military drills with almost 40,000 soldiers taking part.
Since start of its invasion of Ukraine 21 days ago, Russia's launched plus 980 missiles, per a senior U.S. defense official. Biden says Putin is a war criminal. Departed after U.S. banned the import of oil from Russia over the country's invasion of Ukraine, Singapore-based Shiva Ships Liberian flag tanker Iridescent transited Bosphorus carrying Russian crude en route from Novorossiysk to United States. Rescuers extracted 5 bodies, among them 3 children from the rubble of destroyed dormitory at Zaz district in Chernihiv. Russian army shelling targeted Velika Pisarevka in Sumy region. The new aid to Ukraine includes 100 drones, 100 tactical unmanned aerial systems, on the White House fact sheet. Russian airstrike targeted Neptune swimming pool in Mariupol. Russian shelling targeted civilian houses in Podilsky district of Kyiv. Low-pressure natural gas pipeline was damaged. Civil defense units on the site. Melitopol Mayor Ivan Fedorov has been released from Russian captivity. Andriy Yermak, advisor to the Office of President of Ukraine, briefly. Fort published a draft, which represents the requesting position of the Russian side. Nothing more. Ukraine side has its own positions. The only thing we confirm at this stage is a ceasefire, withdrawal of Russian troops and security guarantees from a number of countries. Russian Ministry of Defense again accusing Security Service of Ukraine and Western countries in preparation of attack with chemical substances, claims that Russian units in Ukraine are not in possession of chemical weapons. 1803, Minsk time, several fuel trucks with V marks and camouflage nets are moving along the R31 highway towards Kalinkovichy, Gomel region. Mariupol theater of drama was destroyed in Russian airstrike. Three killed, 5 wounded as result of fire after shelling at market near Heroiv-Pratsy metro station in Kharkiv. Minister for Foreign Affairs of Ukraine, the UN International Court of Justice ordered the Russian Federation to immediately stop the military operation in Ukraine. On Poland's proposal for a peacekeeping mission, NATO Secretary-General says, "What we need is peace in Ukraine. We support all efforts to find a negotiated solution. We have no plans of deploying NATO troops on the ground in Ukraine." 5 wounded as result of shelling on evacuation convoy in Zaporizhzhia region. The World Health Organization said Wednesday that healthcare facilities and personnel were being attacked at an unprecedented rate in the conflict in Ukraine. A Russian airstrike destroyed a children's hospital in Mariupol on March 9. Footage has emerged of the aftermath of Ukrainian direct fire against Kherson Airport, approximately 14 supply trucks destroyed, 8 damaged.
Вертолеты целые, что-то есть, да? Надо КамАЗы добирать оттуда. Вот ВМ-ка наша стоит, если не ошибаюсь. Вот КамАЗ целый стоит. Вот этот КамАЗ эвакуирует. Да, Война, дежурка, почему дежурный?
Бортовик.
Бортовик, да, садись в бортовик, угоняй его туда. И потом, давай, я за тобой, короче, угоняю его. Ты автомат, оставь автомат. Бросай вниз, заберешь. Я за тобой еду. Давай, ты на КамАЗ эвакуировать, поезжай к терминалу, жду здесь.
Ukraine, another Russian attack helicopter was destroyed by Ukrainian air defenses, this time a Ka-52 with tail number of RF-13411.
В нашем селе, чтоб не говорили, приземлили недоласточку к херам собачьим. БК не отстрелян, не успел, ракеты на месте, нуши не сработали, не успел. Гадость, парашюта кусок валяется. Вон Нурсы, а вон ракеты. Приехали учить нас уму-разуму. Русский мир клятый. Пожалуйста. Слава Украине! Героям слава!
Russian equipment is being prepared for railway movement in Abkhazia.
Привет, ребята. Ну что там, вы свои Абрамсы подготовили? Ну-ну, давайте. Ждем свои Абрамсы. Ваши. Тимур Александрович, привет.
Three civilian vehicles caught fire as result of Russian shelling targeting Brovary. As result of shelling at Slobodski district of Kharkiv, big warehouse caught fire. President Zelensky, Ukraine has become a member of EU Energy Union. The unification of Ukraine's and EU energy systems has been completed. Now Ukraine's electricity flows in EU and vice versa. Grateful to EU members, personally to at von der Leyen, at Kadri Simpson and everyone, thanks to whom we now have a single energy system. Putin in a new statement says that Russia is not going to occupy Ukraine, also states that everything is going according to a plan. Russian missile strike targeted Berdichev town this morning. 2 injured, several buildings damaged. Russian missile strike targeted TV tower in Vinnytsia, broadcast stopped. Russian troops deployed tear gas and opened fire at protesters in Skadovsk. U.S. and NATO allies are sending several surface-to-air missile systems to Ukraine. A senior U.S. official tells these systems include Soviet-era SA-8, SA-10, SA-12 and SA-14 mobile air defense systems, with range higher than Stingers, giving capability to hit cruise missiles. Russian troops released city mayor of Skadovsk Oleksandr Yakovlev. Russian warships shelled the sea coast in the area of Lebedevka, Sanjayka, Zatoka and Belenki. U.S. seeing indications Russia is now discussing, deliberating the need to move in supplies from outside the combat theater in Ukraine, that would include manpower, per a senior U.S. defense official. Every day they are experiencing losses, per official. U.S. assesses about 75% of Russia's total military force is being applied to the war in Ukraine, per a senior U.S. defense official. Mariupol City Council, 11,000 people left city today for Zaporizhzhia. We are actively sharing information and intelligence with the Ukrainians that we believe can be helpful to them in their fight every day, and by helpful, I mean helpful, the senior U.S. defense official said. The words, children, were written in Russian in large white letters in front of and behind the theater that was destroyed in Mariupol today. These were added around March 12. Video posted on March 10 shows theater packed with sheltering families. New imagery of the attack on Russian military helicopters at Kherson Airport. Kremlin spokesperson Dmitry Peskov on Wednesday said U.S. President Joe Biden's characterization of Russian leader Putin as a war criminal was unacceptable and unforgivable rhetoric.